Hi, I am Sandra, aka Sandra Baby, aka Designer Special. Welcome also to accounting class online. Okay, so I'll be digressing a bit today from accounting, and we're talking about the Daniel's fast. So a lot of persons have actually not heard about that. Like as Christians, we do and even other religious beliefs, we always engage in fast. Like maybe you do 6 to 12, 3 p.m. or 6 to 6, as the case may be. But I just want to share a little light on the Daniel's fast. I have done it and it was an amazing experience. I'm going to do a video on this much later when my subscribers are more in number. Maybe when we hit 10k. Yes, there is nothing God cannot do. So the Daniel's fast basically is based on I personally I like to break down Daniel. I like to divide it into two parts. First, Daniel's fast based on Daniel chapter 1 verses 12, and second, Daniel's fast based on Daniel chapter 10 verses 2 to 3. Most Daniel's fast videos I watch on YouTube base their Daniel's fast on Daniel's fast based on Daniel chapter 1. But a lot of the Daniel fast I've done, I always did based on Daniel's fast on Daniel chapter 10. Now, if you look at Daniel chapter 1, it talks about when Daniel was to be trained by the king's servant, and he told the servant, test us for 10 days with fruits and veggie, and see if we're not looking better than the others that have been eating normal food. And after 10 days they look better, and the servant allowed them to eat the meal for 3 years. And after that, Daniel got the vision, got the spirit of the Lord dwelt mightily in him. He had the gift of seeing vision and interpreting dreams. But Daniel's fast based on Daniel chapter 10 verses 2 to 3 is based on when we always hear of Prince of Persia holding Daniel's prayer, that when Daniel prayed and his prayers were not answered. No, his prayers was answered by God, but it was the answer to the prayer was held by the Prince of Persia, and later God sent the archangel to go and wage war against the Prince of Persia, and the manifestation came to pass. That is Daniel's fast based on Daniel chapter 10. So it means that fast is not based on fruits and vegetable, but based on what he said. And in 3 weeks, that means for 3 weeks, I ate no rich food, drank no wine, no choice wine, did not comb my hair until the fast was over. So people mix it, but me, I don't. When I read the book of Daniel, I've read it like twice when I was doing my own Daniel fast, and I just have to separate them. So if, for instance, the first time I did my Daniel's fast, I did it I was very worried in my spirit. I just needed clarification on something. So the Daniel fast I did was based on Daniel chapter 10, because I needed answers. In short, I felt like there was a Prince of Persia that held my prayer, and I just needed God to intervene. I needed clarification. Take, for instance, when you're praying for purpose, you want God to show you your purpose in life. You want God to clarify, to confirm his stance on a particular issue. You can do Daniel fast based on Daniel chapter 10. So mine has been basically based on that chapter and not fruits and vegetables. I think I am a pro faster. I fast. I don't want to go into much details, but I just believe once my subscriber base increase, I'll do a lot of videos on the prayers I've actually done in my life. But we bless God for the grace. Then I did that. Going back to the initial discussion, I did my Daniel fast based on chapter 10. I was really worried. There was a lot of things happening that time, a lot of things, and I did it for 21 days, and I on the 15th day, to be specific, it was a wonderful experience. Let me just put it that way. So it was really amazing. And sometimes people ask, that Daniel's fast, can anybody do it at any time of the year? Yes, you can. But if for me, I discovered that sorry, when I read the book of Daniel chapter 10, and after he finished praying, on the 24th day of the first month, God sent his angel to tell him what had happened. So based on that line of the sentence in the Bible, I discovered that for it to be on the first month of the year, rather 24th day of the first month of the year, in the year of the king, the angel came and appeared to him in the vision, showed that fast was done in January. So most persons, like I see a lot of persons, a lot of foreigners actually abroad, like I'm shooting this video from Nigeria, talk about Daniel's fast, and a lot of persons do it in January. I know the best-selling author of a book on concerning Daniel's fast, she always organize a yearly January fast for persons, for people, and share the scripture. But three things to note basically: you can do it at any time of the year. You must not do it. When I did mine was not the first time I did it was not in January. Then you must pray for 3 times a day, because Daniel always prayed 3 times a day. So you select 3 times a day to 3 times in a day to pray, depending on how suits you best. Then for fruits and veggie, that was a big challenge. Even before when I started mine, I actually did not have to think about food. I was like, I'm just going to start, because my mind needed really the peace of God at that moment. So I was not really bothered, even though I know that I could have prepared way better to do the Daniel fast. You have to be well prepared. You have to prepare. Then, but I just started anyway, that the grace of God will see me through, and I was not really bothered about the food, because at then food was not even my problem. It was not even in the list of my to-do. So for Nigerian foods, I basically, number one, salt is based on personal conviction. I added salt in my own Daniel's fast, because when I read the Old Testament, I always see God telling the children of his chosen one that put salt, do this, do that. So I put salt in my meal. Well, I used mostly blessed salt, maybe salt that has been blessed in the church or something, but salt is salt. Salt is not salt, but you can use salt. Then I know condiments in the meal, just salt basically, and I don't add the salt to be like, yes, you want the taste. The taste well, just put a pinch of it and move on. Then you don't use groundnut oil or red oil to prepare your meal. You eat no animal food, no animal meat or food. Meat, fish, egg, and the likes are not allowed. Then what is basically allowed is plant-based food and fruits. Then you can take also multivitamins while you are on it. So basically, so it was actually a challenge. So for Nigerian food, I was eating a lot of beans, like legume beans. I was always cooking beans. Then I will just buy fresh tomatoes, cut them, onions and pepper, just put a pinch of oil, not like you are frying it oil, then when it boils for like just 5 minutes I bring it down. So it's not like to get the joy of the satisfaction that you have actually eaten well. It's more like just to have meal to enable you do the activities of the day. Then no drink aside water. Or maybe you can, I always do pineapple juice, maybe boil the back of pineapple. That's the only drink I take aside water, because pineapple is a fruit itself, so it's more like taking pineapple. Then no drink aside water. Then I can also eat potatoes, plantain, not frying plantain or the overripe plantain, more like partially ripe or unripe plantain. Then you can also have your garden egg stew, garden egg sauce to eat it with. So what I ate actually during my own time was very, very limited, because I was just thinking, you can eat yam of course, or yam and veggie. You can do your vegetable sauce, but remember, crayfish is not even allowed in what you are to eat. No tea, you can't drink tea, you can't eat bread, except unleavened bread. That means bread without yeast, more like the bread they use in making shawarma. That is the only bread which is allowed. So then what other food did I eat during that period of the fast? So the meal were actually very limited, but basically what helped me survive through is beans, soya beans. Then most times I process the beans into moi moi. So that's that basically. So I got my results the first time I did my Daniel fast. It was wonderful, but most videos focus more on Daniel chapter 1 and not Daniel chapter 10. Daniel chapter 1, you can do it maybe to pray to God, to get closer to God. Of course, that's what fast is all about. It makes you very conscious of the fact that you are in a spiritual realm. Then, but when Daniel chapter 10 fast was when maybe you have a prayer you have prayed, you have an intention you have prayed concerning, and you are seeking God to really show himself mighty in it. Then you can do based on Daniel chapter 10. No rich food, and you read the remaining chapter, the remaining aspect of that chapter to get clarification very well. So that's my experience with Daniel fast. I'm going to be shooting another video on this much later when my subscriber base are quite much in number. So we'll see in the next video. Bye. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share. And for those who have been asking me for my contact details, please, I'm going to be sharing it on the description link below, description box below. And please, no calls, WhatsApp only. Thank you.